Okay, welcome back. Another question as part of our 2016 kickoff Ask Jason episode. This one is from Dan. How do you or other angel investors you know judge startups in fields where you have no expertise, i.e. traditional Chinese medicine, which I'm assuming is Dan's field? P.S. I might be wrong about the particular field, but you get the idea. Yeah, of course. Well, here's what happens. When there is a trend going on, I meet with 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 companies in the space, and they all educate me. That's part of one of the great aspects of being an investor. It really is perhaps my favorite aspect, is that I get to sit with people who are much, much smarter than me and have them explain to me how solar energy works, how a B2B marketplace works, how customer acquisition works in this SaaS business, how synthetic biology works. In fact, when you see me interviewing entrepreneurs on This Week in Startups, a big part of it is I'm interviewing them and getting feedback from them on my own lack of knowledge in their space. So for you, if you're in Chinese medicine, which is obviously something that is, I wouldn't say it's an emerging field. Obviously, it's an ancient field, but it's for people here in the West, it's definitely going to be an emerging trend, and they're going to have to get their heads around it. And because it's considered not studied very well, and not based on double-blind studies in large part, it's going to be a challenge for you. In fact, I would say probably things like herbal medicine or alternative medicine have not traditionally been investments that a VC, a professional VC, would ever do. So I think you're going to probably face an uphill battle. It may not be that the VCs you're meeting with, the investors you're meeting with, the angels, don't get Chinese medicine. It might be that they don't buy into it. And I suspect it's the latter. When you're coming out with something that's alternative medicine, when they think that there might not be scientific proof or proven efficacy yet, they're going to be not interested, frankly, bluntly. If they think there's any chance of quackery or things that are made up that could open up to lawsuits, that's going to be a big problem. Now, of course, you see something like Lumosity, which is like brain training. And I think they got some sort of a fine. I'll look it up later, but there was some sort of fine because maybe they were making claims that were a little too aggressive. So I have seen investors in companies like Lumosity, which are doing marketing, saying, hey, this brain training is going to make your brain better. And so people can be they can exaggerate a little bit, at least according to the people who are leveling the fines against them. So I'm not saying VCs are not willing to invest in a space that's, let's say, not perfectly scientifically proven, but it's unlikely in my experience. So you may not have a problem of them not understanding traditional Chinese medicine. They may not buy into it. Listen, I could talk to you all day about Squarespace. I love this product. All of our sites are built on Squarespace. Why? Because I can just say, hey, Bryce, hey, Ashley, hey, Jackie, just change this on the Squarespace site. Hey, can we get this up on the Launch Festival site? Hey, can we get this up on the Launch Mobile site? Hey, on the Scale Conference, on this, on that. It instantly gets done. It's easy to use. Squarespace makes beautiful websites so simply. They have all these great design templates. You pick one, and all of a sudden, it looks like you spent $250,000 on your website. Literally, these designers a lot of designers are very upset. A lot of web shops are very upset about Squarespace. I've seen this many times where they would normally spend, people would spend $20,000, $50,000, $100,000 on a website, and Squarespace does it for dollars a month, like $10 a month. It's unbelievably affordable. And everything, it starts at $8 a month, by the way. Everything is responsive. So when you pull it up on your iPad or your phone, you have to pinch and zoom to see the website. It all just works. And you're not at, bent over a barrel by all these crazy developer freelancers who then disappear for months. They go, on a hike and they go bike across the United States while your website still isn't responsive or still isn't working. You need to have a professional group behind your website website, and that is Squarespace. They also support e-commerce now, and they just keep adding features. Like they have a calendar feature that's really good right now, and there's all these little plugins and little, craftsmanship that make the site look so good. I love the product. You can start your free trial today with no credit card required, and when you decide to sign up for Squarespace, please use the offer code TWiST to get 10% off your first purchase. Squarespace, build it beautiful. Build it beautiful. Please. It's a lot of ugly stuff going on in the world. A lot of ugly websites. Just use Squarespace and make the world beautiful. That's not their tagline, but I love beautiful websites. When I see a beautiful website for a conference, I buy a ticket. When I see a beautiful website for a product, I buy the product. When I see a beautiful website for a service or a startup, I want to meet with them. Go to squarespace.com and have a great, beautiful website. It's trusted by millions of people, including some of the most respected brands of the world. Their technology is state of the art, secure, easy to use, scalable. You don't need to have a developer do it. I could talk for days. Thank you, Squarespace, for being one of my longest running sponsors for This Week in Startups. I truly appreciate it. It means a lot to me. Okay, let's get back to the program.